Welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where you get some education on your form of stimulation. With your hosts, Royal, Chase, and Trey Proper. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a wild ride. Let's get kinky.
It gets me going every time.
Tell us what else.
Oh, what gets me going specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us?
Can they? Oh. Okay. I was still sending out links. Greetings and salutations. Welcome. Salutations. Damn it.
Salutations.
I know how to fix this.
Not something to drink.
Greetings and salutations. It's your boy Trey Proper. Welcome to another great episode of Kinkazoids. I am joined, of course, by my lovely guest host, if you ladies would. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This your girl Royal. No tagline needed. Just recognize she's a queen.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Chase or C. Hayes. Doesn't matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
All right. If you overheard our conversation, I don't know how much you heard. We were talking, actually, before we started the show, we were kind of talking about dirty talk. But we'll get into that. Not specifically what gets me going. I'm not going to tell them much about myself. We're not doing that. Not yet, anyway. We'll have a show for that eventually. But yeah, we'll be talking about infidelity today. You know, we've done a lot of cakey things. We've talked about a lot of sexual positions, toys, whatever have you. But we felt it was a good time to get into a little cheating, a little sidestepping, a little, stepping outside of your situationship, whatever have you. But before we get into that, we were talking. You guys were having a conversation about dirty talk and your need. But Chase, if you would, please explain what you were talking about off camera, because I think it's something that the audience would like to hear about. Yes.
Okay, so basically I had made a little comment that if I was a male, that I would not take my time in the bedroom. Like the first 2 or 3 strokes, I would let it slide in, you know what I'm saying? But after that, it's straight get into the cakes and pies. You feel what I'm saying? That's just, I just feel like that's just how it would be for me. And of course, Royal was just like, really? So you want the total opposite of a man? Like,
the total opposite of the type of man she want.
Listen,
somebody that's not gonna take this out.
We're not gonna act like I don't have like some form of an ego. So I feel like if I was a male, I would have a bigger ego than I already have right now, which would mean I'm probably swinging a whole Christmas tree between my thighs. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, when it comes to slow stroking, I think that you can't. The silence of it all, it weirds me out. I can't slow stroke. I don't like to get slow stroked. I mean, unless like there's like some ambiance going on in the background, but other than that, I can't. Nope. That's weird noise.
Yeah, and I think that's how we got into the topic of like silence.
I've never made. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Stop. But I think that's how we got into the topic of like silence and dirty talk and stuff like that. Because I was asking, I was like, so you're not a moaner even with the slow stroke?
I am a moaner with the slow stroke, but it just depends. Like if it's the first 2 or 3 like initial slide-ins, yeah, but I'm not gonna just have the same monotone moan because that's all you're giving me is the same stroke. I need like some poundage right to the kisser. You know what I'm saying? I need something to happen. I need some action. I need my thighs I need either my ass to be clapping on your stomach or your thighs, depending on how big you is. But I just need some noise action happening, you know.
Okay, so there's like, is it dirty talk in the bedroom?
Oh, definitely. Like, you miss this, you want this, you like this, that what enough for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, a couple cussing in between time, you know. If you hitting it real right, and I have to know you, like, we've been screwing for a while. Like, you know, me and you cool. I'll pop a love you in there real quick. Like, you hitting it really right.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
I don't know about all of that. I mean,
That I love you right there. That thing right there.
Yeah.
That there right there. Yeah.
That's
That'll give you some children. That'll give you some children.
I was about to say. Don't hit that I love you. That I love you gonna get you in trouble.
Yep. Walgreens has become my best friend, so yeah. Stay protected out there, y'all. Okay.
Yes, please stay safe.
Please stay safe.
Forget HIV. KID is killing motherfuckers every day.
Right.
I am very audible. I am going to talk throughout and during and after. I'm going to communicate. I'm a big communicator. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm going to tell you what I like. I'm not going to tell you what I don't like until after the fact. You know, give you a little report card. But yeah, I think that we preach that here. Communication is definitely needed. In every situation, every aspect of a relationship, not just sexually. But Ms. Royal, do you have anything to add to the to the conversation pertaining to audible confirmations during coitus?
Yes. So listen, I'm down to have a whole conversation in the bedroom, okay? Because my thing is that I feel like sex should be fun, and I feel like if there's not like a laugh or something like that in the middle of it, I feel like you're not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have that dirty talk and, you know, everything could be serious or whatever. But at some point in time, I need a good old giggle or something, like something.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have fun in the bedroom for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, the audible confirmations, I definitely, like, I give them and I want to receive them. You know what I mean? So, like, I need to know that I'm doing a good job.
Good job.
I think that maybe needs to be an episode. Like a whole episode of like what kind of moan or dirty talk really does it for you, because I honestly want to know, why do some of you men
good job
not like to thank you, I learned from the best, you know what I'm saying, why do some of you men not like to let us know that we doing something good? Like, why don't you like to whisper and moan and grunt in our ear? I mean, I'm saying.
What's the problem?
Okay, I'm gonna jump right in here on this one because I don't know if y'all see. We all use TikTok. We're all pretty much on there a lot. And yeah, shout out to your boy because it just hit 64,000. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, got to cheap pop myself. I'm assuming we've all seen, even the people in the comments have all seen the TikTok where the guy's like, y'all be scared to moan in your girl ear, and I'm in that. Sorry. I'm in there. You know, I'm saying exactly. Like, if it's quality, if it's good, if I'm feeling any type of, no dude is going to respond to that video and be like, I'm quiet. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just going to sit. That's all.
There are some dudes that are like that, unfortunately.
And that may be the case,
like
but
that.
I honestly don't think, and I don't like to generalize the majority, but I think the majority of us are saying something. We are all making some type of noise. We are all making some type of grunt. But then again, I take that back, because some of us may not be audible, but you're going to be able to tell that we're enjoying it. We all have a tell, whether it's, our toes are curling, or, we adjusting our, no, flip over. You got to go to doggy because you about to make me do some stupid shit. Grunts. I'll give away this much about myself. I am a growler. I'm getting there. Yeah.
Come on, DMX.
No, I ain't hitting the whole DMX thing, but
I will say that there is a dude on TikTok. He's not the most attractive person to me, but he's not bad. He solely makes solo male noises on TikTok and just covers them with a song so you can hear him just enough, like whatever. He has, these bitches is turned out. I am bitches, okay? Because like he be sounding so good, because it starts off like real slow, like you don't even know it, like you're thinking like, oh, is this it? I don't know, should I turn my volume down? So he makes sure he gives you enough 5 seconds to get that volume just right, and then it's just like all you hear is just like water squishing. So you're like, what is going on here? Then you realize, oh, and then you hear it's like,
and he starts talking to him. Yeah.
oh. It's just like, I'm gonna send it. It's a nice little. It's just like when you hear it, like it's not like you're sitting there going like, wow. It's just a nice little ooh. Like it just make you shift yourself in your seat a little bit. So in the comments, let me go here. So I know that Cheesy is going back and forth about like people are saying that you have to slow stroke. So My Money Matter says slow stroke and hit them spots that fast stroke won't hit. Cheesy said nope. They also said it's part he don't hit going fast. Get all in it. Whisper in my ear. Tell me how much you want it. You can do it going slow. Okay. Cheesy said that's facts. Slow strokes equate moaning, growling, and deep sighs. But them quick bangangs, gets you screaming, cussing, laughing, giving directions, and asking for certain things. The best me I can be said it's a social thing that is taught for men not to really show emotion, and I think that transfers to the bedroom, kitchen, car, wherever it's going down.
Facts.
Listen, I like slow strokes, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I hate them. I like them. I like in between. I like big dudes, and I'm a big chick. We gotta breathe at some point. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that's when the slow strokes is gonna happen. I'm just saying, I like it fast. That's all it is. I just like it fast. It does it for me. Okay, I already told you I don't bust vaginally any which way, so it really doesn't matter. It feels good better when it slams. So
I feel as though to me it's situational. So it depends on what type of sex you've earned today. If this is I have missed you sex, you're gonna get the slow deep strokes. I'm trying to grind it to the baseline. I'm rewriting my name in it just in case you forgot who the fuck I am. If it's angry sex, you getting the fast beat down. You getting your face in the pillow. I don't want to fucking look at your face right now. I don't want to talk to you. Bend the fuck over. You're getting that type of action. So don't look surprised. You've had angry sex before. You've had makeup sex before.
I didn't say nothing.
No, I was talking to Chase.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, it's all situational to me. But let's go ahead and put a pin in that. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Hope you guys have enjoyed the kinkiness that we did sprinkle on the top of this meal we're about to serve up to you. But yes, we are talking about cheating. Once we, as human beings, meet someone and we come together and we are enjoying unified bliss, whether it's marital or just a situationship, whatever have you, we've picked our partner, we've settled down, and you come to find out that person has stepped out on you. Pretty much, that's the cheating in a nutshell. But I do want to go around the panel and ask you ladies, what's your personal definition of what cheating would be to you? If you would go first, Ms. Royal.
Sure thing. So for me, I think that cheating is any type of intimate relationship outside of your relationship, outside of the two of us together, whether, you are sleeping with somebody or, you have an emotional connection with somebody. That is what I consider cheating as well.
Okay, real quick, just before we go over to Miss Chase, money. My money matters, coach. What kind of sex I earned? Yes. I'm not sure of your gender, or your preference, but in my life, shorty, you gonna earn different types.
Not the tablets with Moses. Y'all are okay.
Yes. This is the best me
I'm not
slow strokes right in my
not
name.
even entertaining that.
I'm just saying, hey, you gotta chisel away. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you gotta hit it. But you earn in my line, in my life, in my bedroom, you earn certain sides of tray. Just that simple. Whatever everybody else does, that's to them, to each their own. But I run and I control shit, and you gonna earn it or you're not. Moving on. All right, Chase, if you will, your definition of cheating.
Same thing as Royals. If you step outside of the relationship, if you take an initiative, I'll say this, once you do something in secret, you've cheated. Whether that be somebody messaged you about something and you felt kind of weird messaging them back. Once you entertained something and kept it going. So I think if you are looking around, seeing if somebody sees you and hope the wrong person don't see you, you're doing it. So that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. I completely agree. I think that is a good summation of it. So let's dig a little deeper into this subject. Why do people cheat? I will go first. Personally, I think that people cheat because they're missing something. They're looking for something, or they're not satisfied with what they already have. They have a relationship, whether it's marriage or friendship or whatever have you, and they're looking for more. You can step out and try to find it, and if you're not knowledgeable on how to communicate properly, you are yearning for that from your partner, wherever it may be, and not receiving it. So you step out and you go find it. What about you, ladies? Royal, if you go first.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what you said. There are people who don't know how to communicate or feel as though they can't communicate with that person, the person that they're with, and they start longing for something. It could be something in a relationship where somebody used to do something that they don't do no more. And instead of, talking to that person, or if that person is not receptive of what it is that you're saying, then that can make you want to look elsewhere. And of course, I'm not condoning it. I think communication is a big thing. Like Trey said, That's what we preach. But, that is, for me, that's exactly it sometimes. And then other times, it's just people wanting to try different flavors, I guess, for lack of better words.
Okay. All right. Real quick before we move into Chase, let's check into the comments on Facebook. Drew Godoni pops in. He says, because they're hoes.
All right, Drew.
All right, Drew. And Ebony Wiggles, when you said it gets me going, I thought you were talking about Chase's intro. Hey, Chase's intro is actually hot. Yeah, it is. Yeah, That's good. Good shit. I'm an audible person, so I gotta hear confirmation. So yeah, I'll give you that. That was, our intro is hot. Thank you. But it's both of your voices included in it. It's a great thing. Yeah, so Chase.
I'm gonna agree with Drew. They hoes.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're not gonna tell me you love me and you cheated on me. You're not gonna tell me that you respect me and you cheated on me. You're not gonna tell me that I'm the most important thing in your world and you cheated on me. There's no excuse for it. There's not the one thing. I want you to find that thing and I want you to kill it, because we can't keep using the excuse that one thing leads to a motherfucking another. I'm over it. Cheaters are like, there's no point of cheating. There's literally no point. There's no point in life where you are out of control of your own body in a consensual situation. Okay? You put yourself in that situation. You knew what you were doing. You knew the temperature was getting a little hot. And instead of removing yourself, you decided to conduct yourself and put yourself in the situation. And now you coming back to me talking about some, I didn't mean, bullshit. Get out my face.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Real quick, checking out the comments on YouTube. The best me, I can be 86, or they cheat because of perpetual curiosity. I'm just saying, well, I guess I'm a...
hoe then. It's hoe.
A hoe then.
Yeah,
okay. I could never pronunciate that one. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, people can be hoes. I kind of agree with that. There could be a curiosity, like B said, best me, I said, or you could be straight up hoes. or there could be a lack thereof. I don't think it's as simple as it can be as simple as controlling yourself. It can be as simple as, nah, I don't need to do that. I don't need to step out. I need to appreciate what I have at home. Speaking from a male or female perspective, it could be that simple, or it could be a situation. It's all situational. It could be a situation where you've tried to express how you feel. You've tried to communicate. You've tried to express what I need to feel happy in the situation, and my partner is not trying to cooperate. They are just not doing it. So, I mean, it really depends on the situation. Any rebuttal to that, Chase, as far as your whole comment? Agreeing with Drew?
They some hoes. I don't. I'm not changing my mind. I mean, like I said, I understand your viewpoint on the whole thing. Like, and yes, there are certain different circumstances, and I have been in them, single, but I have been in them, and so therefore I know exactly what you're talking about. That the temptation is there. You're more than likely gonna leap into it, but I've leaped into it single. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm never gonna put myself in a situation where I have to put not only myself but my partner at risk because I wanted to have a quick little 5 to 10 minutes of fun. Yeah.
The best me I could be on YouTube. I got you. Trust me. I'm about to go down that rabbit hole. Ladies, and for the ladies in the comments, I have an audible question. You know, I love throwing those out there. We've already asked, why do people cheat? So let's break it down a little bit deeper than that. Why do you think, ladies, that men cheat? Let Royal go first.
Okay, so
that's the order going forward. Just be ready.
I know it's fine. I just
be ready.
Like come me on the spot. But I don't know. See,
she rubbed the wrong lamp. I'm sorry. It's the picture. My bad. Sorry. Keep going.
Oh damn. Okay. So I don't know. I feel like with men, it's because y'all are physical beings. I think a lot of the time it's that you see something that you like and you want to go after it because you guys are ultimately like hunters, predators, whatever you want to call it. And you guys see that as, you know, your ultimate prey. So regardless if you're in the situation or not, you're looking at this woman and you're like, damn, I want to hit that. And that's what y'all do. I'm not going to say that it's, you know, it may not also be emotional for y'all, but at least in my own personal experiences, it's been more of a physical thing than an emotional thing.
Okay. All right. Before we move on, checking out the comments on YouTube. Let's see. What I was referring to was the best me I can be 86 comment was, however, this whole thing is based on a taught societal norm that relationships are only supposed to be monogamous. So put a pin in that. I do want to come back to that one. Cheesy Fries, what's up, Cheesy? Again, communication is what can make or break certain situations. I agree. And again, she says, but they would have to understand that trust is gone. Fair.
That
totally
is so
fair.
True. Because in a situation like that, once trust is gone, there's no rebuilding trust.
I disagree there. I disagree there.
And I'll give you my point real quick. So the reason why I say trust can never be rebuilt is because you're always going to be looking over your shoulder in that relationship. At least, you know, that's my personal belief, is that you can tell that person, you know, okay, I forgive you, we can move past this, but you're always going to want to be that person to look through their phone to see who they're talking to, or, you know, questioning where they're going and who they're hanging out with and all this other stuff. It's hard to regain trust. And honestly, I feel like once it's gone, you're never going to get back to the level of trust where you were initially.
Mm-hmm.
That can be the case, I think, but I do think people say love conquers all. I honestly believe that communication can conquer anything, because if you are being open with your partner, you're being honest with your partner, you are communicating with your partner. And I'm not saying they got to know every single move. They got to have your location on your phone set up. I'm not saying anything like that, but I do think that levels of communication can alter insecurities. That's a personal belief of mine, but you know, I could be a different person. Chase.
Come
on, Sean, you can't be all sleepy over there. Wake up. Messing with you, man. Come on.
I know. I was just thrown off. I was thinking, literally.
Not bad.
I think because I wanted to come off with something to me that is intellectual, not just because niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to just come off and, you know, do all that. But honestly, I believe that the reason why men, because I don't know, because I don't date women, so that's something Trey's going to answer. But I believe the reason why men cheat is because they know that there's always someone to screw. So so for me, it's always a thing of like, you know, I can have this lovely person that, or two or three that I'm dedicated myself to, that we've made this relationship that we have, but I know I can get another one. Like, I know that I could, if I wanted to, I could have someone. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't, the whole like, you know, well, I didn't have this at home, you don't do this for me anymore, or we used to be so and so and so. I feel like those are very, very bad excuses for anyone to use. More so men, just because, like I said, I feel like women lose a lot in any form of relationship, just because especially if you go into the reproduction of life and all this other stuff, she's losing, like, you know, tightness in her body, she's more stressed out than ever, she's got all this stuff going on. And I'm not saying women don't cheat, but I'm just giving it from a female perspective, a cis female perspective. And so therefore I just feel like men get to have that, like, who they are. They get to still be nutting and busting and whoever until they die. Like, they're able to do whatever they want. So I just feel like it's just another notch in their belt is the reason why men cheat. Like, to me, there's no other reason. Like, there's not, a man can never go and tell me this is the solid ground reason why I cheated. Even if you did like tick for tat. Why are you being childish? Like, why does anybody do that? Like, why cheat and then get back at them for cheating? Like, just end the relationship. What's the point? Like, you know, but that's my whole thing, is just because men feel like they can, and they can just lay their dick wherever they feel, and then that's it.
Right.
Okay. So I'll say this in response to you guys' responses. Men cheat based on their options. Like the title of the show, Cheating or Weighing My Options. We cheat based on our options. If we have a whole plethora available, more than likely, and we have the means to do so, we're going to do it. It's not easy. It's not easy for men to get women. I've said that on the show before. It's not easy for us to get sex. It's not easy for us to get a partner, get married. It's difficult. We were literally out there battling against every other dude to get your attention, to get your sexual attention, your emotional attention, everything. So it's not easy. It's easy for those who are, and I know I'm gonna trigger some people with this one, at a different hierarchy. There we go. I changed the words up for you so I don't trigger you too much. It's easier for them, and they are the focus of a lot of women. So not all, but a lot. So they're, that's why we do, because we can. Not all of us can, because not all of us are at that hierarchical level. I need to learn how to say that word before I decide to use it.
I was about to say
not all of us are at that level. So yeah, it's based on that. But also going back to one of the comments, the monogamous, you know, we are mammals, and there are not many mammals in the world that are monogamous. Most of us are polyamorous, or, you know, hoes, whatever you want to call it. So it's we have a biological imperative as males of the species to spread our seed. It's not the societal contract that we have agreed upon. So I'm not sitting here saying, men got the right to cheat, we can fuck everything. I'm not saying that, so don't come at me with that bullshit, I will block you. I am just looking at it logically. So yes, there are going to be some out there who are going to reach out and take whatever options they have available to them. So, yeah.
Quickly, I wanted to say something earlier, but then you had brought it up that you was going to bring it back. The best I can be with that comment saying that we're talking about something that is based off of a monogamous relationship. Really quickly, you can cheat in a polyamorous relationship. I mean, like, you know, if you're going out of your agreement with said person or persons that you are in this relationship with, by not communicating with them, but not telling them your interests, by not letting them know that someone has caught your eye that you want to either add or just have a fling with, or just have a side relationship with, that is you cheating. Because in a poly relationship, you're supposed to be, you get in an open relationship and or a polyamorous relationship, you're supposed to be communicating with that person. If another person comes by your way and you're like, I think I have a deeper interest in this person. Let me swing it by you. Let's talk about it. And if we come to some agreements where I can move forward, then we can do so. But if you're just doing it without talking to that person, you're breaking that trust that that person is putting in you, being in a multi or open relationship. And that's why I think a lot of people give open relationships or poly relationships a bad name, because they're thinking, oh, I can just be in a relationship and then screw whoever I want. And it's like, no, you still have to talk to the 1 or 5 people you were in this relationship with, you know.
You got 5 people. You got some issues.
And now you have to, you know, do all this stuff. But quickly, Royal, I know that we did a poll on Instagram. Can you let me know what those numbers were?
I surely will. So the first poll that we did on Instagram was who cheats more, men or women? And honestly, it was a 60-40 split, saying that women cheat more than men. I don't know if I believe that, but those were the results. So if you guys want to go into that one first, Trey, you know what?
Oh,
you go ahead and give me this off.
I will go first. I totally think it's accurate, the 60-40 split. In the broader spectrum, what we've seen out there in a lot of spaces on YouTube, as well as all the social media, it's more of a 48-52 split as far as the actual numbers of people who are willing to admit that they're cheating. But I also wanted to give my rebuttal to the question that I asked you guys earlier, why I think that women cheat. I think that women cheat because of a lack in their lives. So you've heard the adage that some women, not all, not fucking all, are looking for the bigger, better deal. And that goes across the spectrum. Not all. I see the faces. So some of them are looking for the bigger, better deal. They always have a side pocket person that's just in there. They have an emergency dick in the glass that's just waiting to break. So it's that dude that's waiting for your main dude to break, to mess up. And sometimes, you know, you leave that door open. I said this earlier, men are dick to door salesmen. If you open the door, I'm gonna put my foot in. And if that's the case, I'm be able to get something else in too. So not me personally, but just an example. No, to come into the house and fuck. But you get what I'm saying. I wouldn't put my dick in the door. That's crazy. No. But yeah, like that's the reason. So there are it's about your options, yes, but women don't have the same level or type of options as men. They usually have somebody that's like, okay, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go with him. And if that dude is aware of his position, he will work on it. He's gonna chip away at that barrier. That he's gonna try to figure out that lock code to get in and get what he wants. And also, you know, there's also the friend zone thing. So if you are stuck there and you know everything about this person and she goes through an emotional, and it's not guaranteed for everybody, so I don't want nobody going off on me, but there are those situations that happen. So when men cheat based on their options, ultimately women cheat based on their emotions, what they need, what they lack, and they're not getting it, and they emotionally will cheat and ultimately physically cheat. Now, as far as the poll, who cheats the most? Yeah, I mean, you guys are better at it. Point blank and simple. You can hide it. I saw a comment from Cheesy Fries. Men can hide their infidelity better than women unless it's an STD. Then they're both hiding information until they're sitting at the dining room table in the Tyler Perry film.
Men suck at hiding their infidelity.
They do.
Yeah. I totally agree. You guys are better at it, but you guys are also, you're social creatures better than us. We are hunter-gatherers. You guys had to be, you know, socially inept and aware of what's going on, so you can figure things out. You can read things better than us. I'll totally admit to that. So yeah, it's that you guys are better at it. You get away with it. Nobody's going to openly admit, I'm a cheater, I'm fucking everybody else. Like nobody's going to tell they want to pull that card. So, but yeah.
Yeah. And
you look at the downfall of a lot of relationships, and when it comes out, most of the time, it's on y'all. So, Royal, your rebuttal to that.
Surprise, surprise. I actually agree with a portion of what you said. I feel like women... A portion. I feel like women are more so emotional cheaters. It starts there first, and it I say more often than not starts with some type of lack in the relationship. where, you know, it could be them not feeling supported by their significant other. It doesn't even have to be financially, but it could be emotionally. Like, it does, you know, that person is not receptive of communication. That person, you know, just doesn't participate fully in the relationship. You feel like you have more weight on you in the relationship than what they're carrying. That type of thing, to me, in my opinion, would be the one to drive a woman towards somebody else, because you're looking for a confidant and you're looking for somebody to be there for you, pretty much.
That work husband bullshit.
It don't even necessarily.
That's my work husband. What?
It don't even necessarily got to be a work husband. And if she do end up with a work husband, do you think that it's time for both parties to re-examine what they're doing in a relationship?
I don't think. I have had a work husband, and this is the thing: the work husband is something I wouldn't touch with a 40-foot pole. But you know what I'm saying? So I think if you have a work spouse that is someone that you know you would never, like you guys just, and honestly, I don't think that work spouses it doesn't come out of this person's mouth. Like, the people who are working together, and it's never that. It's always a third party. Like, for example, me and Trey bicker all the time, right? And Roy will say, like, you guys argue like an old married couple. You know what I'm saying? But I have never said that. Trey has never said that. But if you have third parties listening in, you get that, you know. So, and I think that's what happens at work, because that's what was with my work husband. They always, like, you guys literally act like a married couple. Like, you guys go always back and forth, but then you're really nice to each other, but then you hate each other and whatever. And I'm like, well, damn, what is old marriage? Marriage life, you know, if it's like this all the time, you know. So I don't personally think there's anything wrong with, like, a work husband, work wife. Obviously, you know your boundaries. If you're in a relationship, you know your boundaries. You know what not to do, and all this other stuff. Like, I don't think going to lunch is a bad thing. I mean, any jobs that I've had is been in the same building, at the same cafeteria table with everybody else. There's no single, you know, I'm not working on State Street in Boston where I'm going to a private restaurant, okay? I'm not going to Ocean Prime for a lunch date, okay? I got work to do, all right? So, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but obviously if you start noticing things are being crossed or lines are being said, or if anything comes your way and is suggestive, if you ever get something said to you and you have to go, end it. If it makes you tilt your head, end it. Because if you have to think about it, like I said before, if you have to think about it, if it makes you feel a little weird, if something is off, you know there's something else being put in the pudding. Because nothing makes you go and make you think about it until it's brought up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will never, if I'm sitting in a normal state and someone's talking to me, it's a regular conversation, and as soon as they say something, now I'm like, now I'm noticing the conversation. Nah, you done said something that's triggered something. And we all know the triggers. Like, we're not going to play stupid. We're all adults here, you know? Even if you're not the greatest at social cues, you kind of know. Like, you just understand that. Well, when it comes to the poll, yeah, I think women cheat more than men. But I think that women cheat more than men in different aspects, like Royal said.
Over here now?
Like Royal said, I think that women are more so emotionally cheating than men, and I think men are more physically cheating. So, you know, of course that runs into the, like, would you rather emotional or physical cheating? But it's just a mere fact of, like, I think that women more so, like it's always said, women leave the relationship mentally before anything else. They mentally have moved on. It just takes a little while for them to finally get to the point of saying, I'm done with this, I deserve better, or whatever the case was the reason of their breakup, for them to finally move on. So that's why when you see she's at the club having a great time and everything like that, and you're like, dang, how she move on so quick? She was done 3 months ago, Javon. She was done.
Hello.
She was done. Okay? She was done 3 months ago. And she kept telling you those 3 months, can you do this? She was giving you, and I feel like when women tell you, hey, babe, you want to watch a movie? We haven't watched a movie in a while. You want to watch a movie? Or they give you some form of, I believe that some women give you some cues before they break up with you. That I'm giving you chances to try to prove to me that you still want me. And when you don't pick up on those, when you don't take them, when she's literally giving it to you straight on a platter in front of your face and saying, do something, please tell me that I'm not crazy, and you don't do anything, it almost confirms to her, okay, I guess this is it. I guess this is it, you know?
Before you start with the glasses, Trey, I just want to add on to what Chase is saying before you offer a rebuttal. I completely agree, because I've always said that when a woman stops talking to you, when we stop giving those cues, when we stop, nagging or whatever y'all decide y'all want to call it, when we stop doing that, that's when we've checked out. That's when we no longer care. But if we're still talking, we're still giving you those social cues and everything, we're letting you know, hey, I'm trying to save us before us is over.
It's basically saying, I want you. I just want to see if you still want me too. So yes, communication is very important. Speak on it. Don't be a child and leave little hints. Like, if this is something that you've talked about over and over and over and over again, and the partner is not doing anything to change it, you giving those last few, like, let me just see, let me make sure that it's not just me going crazy, I'm not feeling negligent in, like, my emotions. And you start seeing the person still is not giving an ounce of a fuck, like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we preach here on a regular basis? Every show, every episode. We preach communication. It is imperative that women who are cis women, dealing with cis men, you need to understand. So, and it doesn't even have to go to the sexuality. Anybody who's dealing with a man in general, we are straight. We are tunnel visioned. We are focused on something. We are zeroed in on that. That is what we're concerned with. We think some of us are thinking that we are providing. We are doing what we need to be doing, and it's going the way it needs to be going. We don't. It's not broke. We ain't gonna fucking fix it. So don't just sit there and say, let's watch a movie we haven't watched. Let me finish. Don't just sit there and say, let me watch a movie and let's go on from there and try to fix things. Say, I'm not happy. Say, I'm not satisfied. Verbalize your discomfort. Verbalize your disagreement. Verbalize your insecurities. Do not sit back and try to figure out a nice way to beat around the bush and fucking say it. Say that shit. Say what you mean. Say it with your chest.
But who's saying that we're not?
I didn't say that you're not. But a lot, I said not all, a lot will do that. The example that she just gave, let's watch a movie. We haven't done that in a while. That doesn't tell me I miss you and I miss your presence here. I want to be held by you. It doesn't tell me that. It doesn't, some men, it doesn't ring that bell in our head. Sometimes we're so focused on work or whatever, we're focused on something else. And we think that we have you. We think we've secured you. We think you are ours and not in a belonging sense, but we think you are our partner. You're there with us. You love us. You're not going anywhere. That's why we get blindsided sometimes. When it's he never paid enough attention to me and he didn't let me do this and he kept me in the house. All whatever you want to add in as a fucking caveat. Verbalize your discomfort. Verbalize your disagreement. Do not leave it up to chance, because a lot of relationships, not motherfucking all. A lot of relationships go by the wayside because people don't fucking talk. They don't talk. They don't say, if I have a girlfriend, hypothetical situation, I have a girlfriend and I'm trying to think of a situation that would make me want to be discomforted. She snores. I know I snore. That's the first thing that came to my head. She snores. And I'm just like, it's annoying. It's keeping me up at night. I'm not going to go buy a nebulizer and just leave it on the kitchen counter for it and just let her figure it out. No, babe, listen, this is really what's going on. I need to get my sleep. Can we go to the doc? Can you go to the doctor to fix this? I'm trying to work this out. She tells me, no, I'm fine. I don't want to do it. Then guess what? You're affecting my sleep. You're affecting our relationship. That's communication. That's telling you flat out what my problem is. So I mean,
I understand what you're saying. And that's why I said that it has been repeated on multiple occasions. It's been said, you know, and we say it all the time. Everyone has to know their worth at some point in time. You know, you have to know what you deserve. You know, I haven't posted it today, but I made a video basically saying that I'm no longer allowing things that I know do not benefit me. I'm not allowing you in my space any longer. I'm not allowing how a person talks to me anymore. I'm not allowing you to treat me the way that you treat me. You know, if that is how you are as a person, that's how you are. But I have the choice to allow that in my space or not. So I can't sit here and go, oh, like, my boyfriend's the worst. He doesn't give me flowers. He doesn't give me chocolates. Well, did I accept that and allow that just to have the relationship? If so, that is on my part. That's my fault because I allowed that. I should have said, I'm sorry, you're not romantic enough for me. You're a cool person, but I'm not going to partake in this relationship. You know, we have to start. We have to start being advocates for ourselves when it comes to us being in a relationship. So if I'm telling you on every 2 to 3 week basis or so, like, I miss us hanging out. Like, we haven't had a movie night in a long time. Let's like watch a movie. Or like, oh, I seen there was a new restaurant. Do you want to go out to eat? Like, I would love to go eat with you. Like, I haven't did this. Or babe, we haven't had a date night in a while. Can we do a date night? Or like, oh, I haven't sat on the couch and just cuddled. Can we please like, if I'm giving you and I'm not even saying I want cuddles, give it to me now. Now I'm too demanding. Now I'm a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm giving it to you and I'm asking you for permission because I don't want to ever put nothing on you. So I'm asking you permission. Can you please do this with me? It would make me happy. And then I'm also asking you like, oh, what do you want to do? Like, is there anything that you want to do? And you're like, nothing. No, I'm good. Blah, blah, blah. I'll try to do something to make you happy. I'll go out my way to do something to make you happy. I'll do an activity that I know that you like, you know? So if I'm giving this to you over and over and over and over again, and you are not taking nothing, and at that point, I have checked out mentally. I'm still in this relationship, but I'm checked out. And I'll say little things, now fewer, and I'll stop caring less, and stop caring, and now I've broken up. So then when you're like, dang, how she move on so fast? Because some men do it. They see us moved on. They're like, dang, how she move on so fast? Babe, I was gone 3 months ago. But I kept asking you to do it for me. You wasn't doing what you were supposed to be doing.
Let Patrice chime in.
No. I just want to check the comments because we haven't done that in a while.
Yes, I know.
So, starting with YouTube, True Kasami says, yo, if you're going to go Trey Samuels every episode, at least invest in some better glasses.
Wee!
Wow.
Hey, you can invest in these nuts, homie. How about that?
Okay, so
That's
moving on. The best way I can be 86 says, say it with your chesticles when we talking about communication. He also says, but you can't feel open to having those talks unless you have been exposed to that. Everything is so closed door policy, so we have to teach people how to communicate with and how to treat us. Facts, big facts. He also says, I always say couples should go to therapy so they can learn from a professional how to communicate with each other. Not everyone communicates in the same way. Big facts. Checking Facebook.
Did you see Amber?
Yeah, checking Facebook. Amber says, asking to watch a movie is making a clear request. Why not honor that, though? Big facts, Amber. People only treat you the way you allow. Big facts. We have to hold ourselves accountable. She's right. Period, Pooh.
So real quick to reply to asking for, so it in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, if you're talking to a man, it's not clear what your desire is. It's just the only thing we can assume, because like again, we're not mind readers. We can only assume you want to watch a movie, and I'm speaking broadly because it's situational per person, yes. But if you just say that, but you don't add the caveat, we haven't spent physical time together in a while. We haven't held each other, not just sex, but we haven't been in each other's presence, just not doing anything else but enjoying a movie together. That's what I mean by opening your mouth and saying things. And I'm not saying the guy is not willing to do that. He may sit down and watch the movie once, but it's not going to be consistent after that. If that's something that you need, if what is it, time together is a love language, I'm not sure, I could be wrong,
yeah,
but
that quality time spent, that could be the love language of that partner in particular. So and one's could be acts of service or whatever have you,
Yeah.
and they don't coincide because of the lifestyle, anything can change that. But what I'm saying is when you verbalize specifically what you want, and I agree to what the best me I can be 86 said. Yes, and not everybody knows this. I do agree you should go to someone's individually. I think though, you should go figure out if you're socially awkward, if you have any hangups in your head. You need to go get checked out. It's a tune-up for your brain. Figure out about you, and try to fix that. And as far as Chuck, hey dude, look, you can buy me some glasses. How about that? You send me some fucking marshmallows. How about that? Send me some glasses.
I think that everyone should I think everyone should let a person know like what I'm expecting out of this, what I want out of this, what this is for me, what my love languages are, you know? And just because a person speaks your love language doesn't mean that they're the greatest suited person for you ever. You know, they just do what you like. You know, like right now, I'm on dating apps and whatnot. Like, and of course, the first couple of questions is, you know, and that's going to be another episode, guys. So be ready for that one. You know, is basic is like, you know, what brings you here? Like, why are you here? And I don't lie. I say, like, you know, I'm in hopes of furthering a great communication, a great vibe with a person to blossom into something else as a relationship. But for right now, I'm chilling. I'm hanging out because I'm tired of telling people what I expect and them going, oh, well, I mean, do you just want to like chill and vibe out? Like we can smoke at my house, bro. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Like I tell you, I want a relationship. You think I want you to get on one knee right now with like Brian McKnight and Boyz II Men playing in the background? That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm looking for a relationship, but to get into a relationship, I have to do what? Date. And I think we're going to go over that next week, like the 4 or 5 steps to get into an actual relationship. People forget that talking and dating is a thing. Like, we're not just jumping into a whole committed relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm telling these people, I just want to hang out, chill, and vibe. Like, you know, and if some way, somehow you take sex and you put it in that mix, I didn't say that, babe. I would tell you if I want sex. Hang out, vibe, and chill. Now, when I want some sex, you're going to know. But you have to, like, you know, let people know exactly what you're here for, exactly what you want. Shoot, but people have it in their bios. I'm here to hang out, chill, and have sex. Friends with benefits. Like, people are putting it out there. You're not reading the bios. You're not looking. You're not paying attention to what people are telling you, you know? So like I said, if you... I love Iyanla Vanzant. I will not allow what I will not conduct and join in. Okay, that's just what it is. Well, Trey has Kevin. I got Iyanla. All right. So
and they agree on a lot. All right. So, anything to reply to that, Miss Royal?
Child. No.
Let's move on. Okay.
The only thing about it is, wait a minute. The only thing that I have to add, as far as what we were talking about, you know, communication between you and your significant other, when we're talking about how women will say things like, we haven't watched a movie together, you know, or, hey, let's do such and such and such. You would think, and Amber said this, you would think that is a request. You know what I mean? I want to spend time with you, so I'm telling you, hey, let's go watch a movie. Hey, let's go out. Let's go do whatever. You know what I'm saying? We want to spend time with you. The problem is that if you're not available, that becomes the issue. Because we want to spend time, but you want to spend time doing something else. And we are continuing. So my father calls it planting the seed. When you repeatedly say something over and over and over again, and then you drop it there and you leave it for that man to pick it up. And then, you know, over time, it's supposed to, you know, be watered and grow into something so that he realizes this is what you need from him. However, if the soil ain't fertile, there's really nothing that we can do about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we will continuously waste our breath and go hoarse trying to get you to do something with us, or, you know, trying to get you to see that we need you to change something, or that there's some type of disconnect in our relationship. If you are not picking that up, there's nothing else we can do from then. And like you said, I checked out 3 months ago.
Yeah. I was going to just say the best I can be saying that the bios on dating apps are pointless. We're going to get to that next week. We definitely going to get to that next week. But
the ladies of this show forced me to get on a dating app.
Okay, we're gonna get to that next week. So make sure you guys are here next week about the online dating portion. But I will say, like, yes, if bios were important, they would be first. But I will just say this, that bios are important because more than less, people put what they want in those bios. And if you're not paying attention to them, and then they come out to be like a person who just wants something this thing out of you, they already had wrote it in that bio. So, you know, if you don't want to read, we can't do nothing about it. Go ahead, Trey. Sorry.
Real quick, thank you for the like, James Ellington. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. All right, moving on to the next topic. Why do people want to stay after why do people want you, the cheater, quote unquote, to stay after cheating? Or is it the other way around? I'm sorry? The what?
Are we missing a poll?
We did the poll. Who cheats the most? Men or women? We didn't do the second one. That was, you have it further down the list on the
Okay. I'm sorry. My apologies. Please continue.
So, why do people want you to stay after they cheat? So, I think I misspoke, but the hypothetical situation is hypothetically you two cheated on your significant others. Don't shoot her off camera guy. I mean, not off camera guy. Hub deucer, whatever you call him. It's hypothetical. So, yeah, like you want to stay with that person, but that person doesn't. Why do people want that? I'll go first. The cheater, and the cheater, it's two sides of this coin because we're dealing with multiple. We're dealing with more, but on the man side, you cheat on us, we don't want you to stay. We don't want you to. We don't want you anymore. You're quote unquote damaged goods. You've let somebody else into my home. You've let somebody else into what I value. And I feel comfortable speaking for a lot of men on that one. There are some out there who will take you back and they will work on forgiveness. But in general, I think majority of the men out there will not want you after they cheat, after you cheat on them. Mm-hmm. I can't speak for you guys. So for the women, I assume that you want to stay because you feel guilty, you want to be forgiven, you want to build things back up, you want to get your family back together, whatever have you. But, Royal, you don't want making all the faces. What's up? Tell me what you think about
that. So, I guess, I don't know. I feel like if I'm cheating, I'm completely done with the relationship. So why would I want you to stay?
There are some that want to stay.
There are some, like, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Like, it could be, like you said, I want to keep my family together, I made a mistake, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like if I am cheating on you, if I am actively seeking someone else's attention, I've been done with this relationship for a while. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I'm just ready for you to go. So again, like I said, me personally, you know, this is my personal thought. If I am cheating, then that means that I'm done with the relationship. However, you know, like you said, it could be family. You know, you guys have children together and you want to stay together. It could be that you have just been together forever and you had an indiscretion and now you want to try to fix things. You know, that could be why somebody would want the other person to stay.
Real quick. Hey, yo, you know what? The best me I could be 86. You got to show up for every episode, homie.
Yes.
He said, "Oop, check the show outline, boo." Okay. All right.
The meme caught me. If you could just stop cheating on me, that would be great. Like, that literally took me out. Okay, if I cheated, I could never. The angel that I am. But it's. I know you did not Brady Bunch directly look at me, Royal. I know that's not what you did. And you looked the wrong way. You didn't even mirror correctly. Okay.
Oh, no,
anyway,
that's not what I was doing. I was looking at. You know what?
You was looking. You know, you was looking at them pitches. Okay. And shut up, Trey. I already had enough of your mess. All right.
Love you too.
I ain't say it back. Anyway.
I don't need you to. Go ahead.
All right.
You're not gonna win that one. Go ahead.
Anyway. All right. So if I was to cheat, the reason why I would cheat is because I am not being fed enough of what I like. I'm gonna just keep it 100. The same reason why I think it's stupid that people cheat. Same reason why I would probably do it is just because I'm not. And I guess I would say that just because in me being single, if I'm talking to one guy or I'm dating one guy, whatever, and he only gives me a good 55-60% of what I'm actively wanting from a person, I'll go into my other guy and talk to him and whatever like that, like, you know. So that's just kind of how I am in the dating game. I think that's what you're doing anyway, where you're looking for the best suitor that will get to the closest to 100% for you as a person. So while you're Yes.
Real quick, I'm sorry to cut you off. So you agree with my statement earlier is that you're always looking for the bigger, better deal, the closer to the 100%.
To fulfill your like altogether needs, yeah. That's why they have that stupid like 80-20 rule and like, you know, and all the other stuff. Yeah. So like, you know, you're never gonna get 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're never gonna get 100. But the closest that I can get to it, I'm going to have as a partner. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things of like, I'm going to see who's my best suitor and who, you know, fulfills my needs in all the ways that I personally would want them. So like I said, you could be a person who, for example, is a great romantic person. Like your romantic levels are on 1,000 for me. And I love that. But if your communication skills with me are horrible, they lack, I'm going to be calling somebody else. Like, I'm going to chill with you. I'm going to hang out with you. I'm going to be with you. But because you don't know how to talk to me or communicate with me that well, I'm going to be talking to somebody else. Like, don't ever let it be, you know, that I'm just sitting at home alone waiting for my phone to ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that's the reason why I would cheat is because my needs aren't being met completely if I'm in this relationship like they were. Like there's something has slacked, something has fallen off. I wouldn't want to get, you know, I mean, I would be the person to be like, can you please take me back? Like, I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Like
I was going to ask because the question was, why do people...
I would definitely want to be taken back because, I think that we all look for that, like, you know, that once again, the 80-20 rule, like, you know, and then you think, oh, with this, I'm going to get something more. And then you're finding out they is trash compared to who you're with, you know? And so you're like, so you learn your lesson and you're like, I want to go back to my 80. I need my 80. I need my love. I need my everything. Like, you know, so that's me. But once again, that would be if I was really, because y'all know Chase is actually my like male alter ego. So if I was really, really, really about that, that would be me. But then again, if I was a man, I would be a complete and utter whore. But that's just me. I literally
would. Real quick
would.
in the comments, y'all.
That's
so
funny.
The best me to be 86 says, sometimes it's not worth wasting all you've built. Facts. Also says, can we call a spade a spade? People cheat because they selfish. Period.
I can't agree with that. I can't think there's just that. And there are aspects of that, yes, that I agree with, yes. But sometimes it's more. Sometimes more. I'm not a cheater when I'm in a relationship. If I'm single, it's not cheating to me. We've had the cookie analogy. I don't need to go into it. I need to put that shit on the shirt. But
Going further
there are
into
different
that,
reasons.
a lot of people say that you're still single until you're married.
Oh, I agree.
I agree with that.
Agree. Like, you ain't put a ring on it, homie. That ain't yours.
But Trey, I don't remember you saying if you would want to get like accepted back into a relationship or not if you cheated.
If I cheated,
yeah.
Depending on the situation, it's cheaper to keep her. Divorce is a bitch. I would much rather keep my wife if I'm married. If it's a girlfriend and I got caught cheating, I would want to keep that person with me because if I'm not a cheater, but if I am caught cheating, it's probably something stupid. It's something stupid that I did as an impulse, you know, a biological imperative, like I said earlier, and I'm lacking something. Shut up, Leo. Sorry, this is a dog player. I'm driven to do this. So yes, I do have self-control. Yes, I'm a human being. Yes, I signed a social contract, all that other bullshit. But sometimes it happens. So yeah, if I'm finding, and it, like I said, it's situational. So if I find myself in a situation while my significant other hasn't had sex with me in 6 months, for whatever reason, I don't know. We can add all the bad reasons why I shouldn't do that. Yes, I get that. But it's like, damn, I'm a man. I have needs. Yeah, figure it out.
The best me I can be also says that people cheat because they're only thinking of themselves. And I think that there is some truth in that. And not necessarily in a harmful way or anything like that. But if you feel like you're lacking something, you know what I mean? If you feel like there's no communication in your relationship, and you've tried to communicate with this person, but they're not receptive, like I said before, yes, you start to think of yourself. You start to think of your happiness. You start to think of what it is that you really want for yourself. And that's only in those situations where, I would say is more so the emotional cheating is, when you start to feel like something is missing and you need somebody to lean on. So I think in that sense, yes, you're definitely thinking of yourself. In the physical sense, 100%. You being selfish, you just trying to, hit something different. So yeah, I completely agree.
I think we should move one thing up because we made mentions of it multiple times leading up to this point. We should move up the poll because it ties into what we've been talking about. And specifically, I was mentioning which one hurts more, emotional cheating or physical cheating. And we will give our personal opinions as well as the IG poll. Royal, if you would, please regale us with the results of said poll.
Sure will. So the question was asked on our IG, in a relationship, which is worse, physical or emotional cheating? And the split was 64-36, with 64% being emotional.
Chase, do you agree with that?
Very much so. I think those are great numbers. Personally, for me, really quick, emotional cheating will damage me a lot more than physical cheating. Because with emotional cheating, I was supposed to be your heart. I was supposed to be your diary. I was supposed to be your confidant, the person you pillow talked with and everything. And you gave that to someone else willingly. And because of that, that is a deep pain, especially if we've been dating or married for however long we have been doing. If you were able to do this in a short amount of time, and it took me 2-3 years to finally get in a good spot with you, or however long it took to break down whatever walls you had put up from your past hurt or trauma. But yeah, another person was just so available to just get that, like it was nothing. Or even to know that you've been messing or dating with this person for this many weeks, months, years, because at that point, if you've been messing with a certain person in particular, if you're a serial cheater, I'm not gonna think there's anything emotional with that. Like, I'm just gonna think maybe like a nympho low key or something like that. But other than that, like, I'm not gonna think anything of it. But if you have been dedicating your time cheating with one particular person for a length of time, you are emotionally invested with that person. That person gives you some form of needs that I cannot fulfill. For whatever reason, but it's something in your heart. It's not about body or anything at that point, because I can make my body look like that woman if I wanted to. I can change my hair and look like that woman if I wanted to, or whatever. It's not that. It's something that she is feeding your emotional needs, and that will damage me. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that poll.
Okay. I think it's a fair summation of how it really is, because even for men, I'm of the opinion that emotional cheating in women is going to ultimately lead to physical cheating. It's a 1-2 punch. Women can do it too, but it's very few. Men can have detached sex. We can go out there, we can fuck somebody, and they mean nothing to us. They mean absolutely, you were literally just a hole for me to fuck. It just is what it is. So, but women, it's got you have stipulations. So you have to meet those requirements. You got to break down that wall to be able to get in there. So we know that if you were telling this man about all your secrets, like, hold up, you letting him in. That's why we get mad when you have, certain types of friendships or relationships with other men. Work husbands. Yeah. The work husband shit. If dear future wife, do not do that shit. He should not be your work husband.
I was waiting for the dear future wife.
Just, hey, I'm throwing it out there for her. Like, shorty, you may be watching. I don't know. But you better know. Don't do that shit. Don't be like, my work husband, I'm going to go to your job and I'm going to embarrass you. So don't do it. But
and then you're going to end up like Janet Jackson's husband.
Oh, no. Because I'm going to haunt that ass. You ain't fucking The Rock after I'm dead. Fuck that.
I'm not talking about you. Obviously, if they were the husband, right? If the woman was the husband, and then she ended up dying because she was trying to escape from work from the embarrassment and got hit by a truck. I mean,
fair enough. Fair enough. Your future wife, thank Chase because she just saved you.
Royal, I'm sorry, Trey. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Royal, what did you think about the poll? Do you think that's just, or do you think the physical would hurt more?
No, I think it's just. Emotional is definitely more painful because you have formed a bond with somebody who ain't me, and that is a problem. You know, the physical, I think, would be easier to get over versus the emotional side of it because, like Trey said, this person know all your secrets, all your business. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I'm only supposed to know, this person knows, and that is an issue. But real quick, audible question for you guys. I know I have brought it up before outside the show, but
I forgot.
do
Go ahead.
you think that cheating is the worst thing that can happen in a marriage or relationship? I'll say marriage because you're tied to that person. So do you think it's the worst thing that can happen?
You put my name on stuff that I ain't buy. That's the worst. You doing illegal, fraudulent things with my name is the worst thing that you could possibly do to me. Because, baby, you is not only playing with my feelings, you is playing with my money. Okay?
Playing with my money is playing with my emotions.
You playing with my credit. Okay, so even after I found out you did these fraudulent things, I can't even move on to you because you took my credit from a good 750 to 530. Okay,
right.
Because you wanted to handle fraudulent activity. So now I gotta really stay with you because I ain't got nothing. I can't get my apartment.
Got no
I ain't
options.
got no credit. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you are damaging me emotionally, but more so my money and my credit, babe. That's another. See, that's the type of that alimony. I think it was alimony, whatever that Tyler Perry. I'm not Tyler Perry.
Acrimony.
Taraji P Henson.
Acrimony. Was it acrimony?
Acrimony. Yeah, acrimony. Like, I could understand Sister's pain, man. That was something different. That whole movie needs to be a whole talked about subject. That whole movie was crazy. But yeah, that's the worst thing to me that you could possibly do. If there's children involved. Trying to claim that I'm an unfit mother.
Ooh, them certain words.
Well, I guess I'll go next. Yeah, there are definitely worse things than cheating. Like I said, things can be fixed. Men in general don't want you after you cheat, but it's possible. It's possible. Me personally, I don't want you after you cheat, but it's possible. It's possible. But the worst thing that you could do is going to be dealing with my children. It's going to be dealing with my children. Anything that's keeping me away from them, or stuff like that. That is worse than cheating. Or I guess something that would technically still be cheating is finding out that my kid's not mine. Then I'm be quoting Bill Burr. If you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, look it up on YouTube.
Judge Joe Brown, Lord.
Or that. Just saying, like, I don't play with kids. I don't do that. But like, that's my seed is very important to me. So, but yeah, to answer your question, yes.
All right. So
Royal.
when I asked the question, I was more so thinking along the lines of like, physical ailments, that type of thing. Like and I think you said it, Chase. Like, if I end up being a quadriplegic or something like that, are you going to stick around and take care of me?
Oh yeah. That was coming up but listen, let me tell y'all something, okay, that y'all don't know what happens behind the scenes. So if there's anything that comes up and we have to talk about, I can't help it. I want to talk. I want to speak on it. They will shut me up in 3.5 seconds because they want to save my emotional unstableness for the show. Okay,
it makes great content.
But then they're like, hold it in, and then I forget, and then they bring it up, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I have no memory. But yes, my whole thing was like, but yeah, the money thing and the whole credit thing and the unfit mother thing, that is a very, 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 those are three things that could happen that worse than cheating. Like, go ahead, screw a hoe, but don't play with me and my kids. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But that's the thing, we have till death do us part written in almost every vow when it comes to some form of marriage. because you're thinking that this is your life partner, life partners, however you live your life. And so if something was to happen, we always forget that through sickness and health. We always think of like, oh, if I broke my arm, oh, it's that crazy. Like, no, like if something damaging happened, if I become in a vegetable state, if Royal said when I spoke earlier, if I was a quadriplegic, if anything should happen, if I lose an arm, if I can't function anymore, if I'm just borderline non-functioning for myself, okay? If I can't wipe my own ass, like, to say the least, are you gonna be there for real? And I think sometimes people forget that in a relationship. And I think people only think of the now, which is perfectly fine if you're only with this person for this amount of time and you foresee it as being this amount of time. But if you're seeing this person being your life partner, partners, or whatever, you have to think of, you don't want to, but are you going to stick by this person when the rough gets going, like when it gets bad? Like, you have to put that in your mind. Because if you can't see yourself being with a person like that, check out now. Like, I now know, because of a slight experience, I will not be able to be with a person who has a heaviness of like some form of a mental illness. I personally can't do it. Now, it's not saying that I'm a bad person. It's not saying that I'm not forgiving. It's not saying that I will work with you. I will try. But there is a point that I then start putting my own mind and my own life in jeopardy because I'm trying to help you through yours. And I can't sacrifice myself for you if I know I'm going to just completely shatter and just dissolve. I can't do that. So I've learned it now. So I know exactly what I deal with later on in life, So I think everyone has to really reflect on themselves and really think about them. Like, if your partner was like on a vegetable state, you cheating, bro? Like, come on. Like, if there's been a conversation between y'all, like, I know that some, people talk about it. They're like, if I should die, I really want you to date this person. I know old people do it. Like, you should date so-and-so down the street because they just know. Like, I'm like, bro, at 70 years old, someone's going to die. I don't want you to be unhappy in the midst of my death. Like, you know what I'm saying? So older people have that conversation. I don't think anybody of this age right now does, but a lot of older people have that conversation or have the conversation like, well, what are you going to do when I die? Like, are you going to move on? Are you going to start dating someone new? And it's as a joke, but you have to really start thinking about these things. Like, if I come in a vegetable state, are you going to be comfortable with me dating somebody else or, you dating somebody else? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I think a lot of people don't realize what goes into, being married to another person.
Married or a strong committed relationship.
A strong committed relationship, period. But the thing about it is you don't realize what goes into it because it's like, okay, when you first initially get into something, like say if you first start dating, you're only thinking, I want to be with this person, they are genuine and they're nice and, they treat me well, blah, blah, blah.
It's the audition phase.
Right, it's the audition phase, but what you're not considering is what can happen further down the line. And we're not even talking about physical ailments. You got to think about like monetary issues and stuff like that. Like that shit will tear a relationship apart. And you have to realize within yourself, am I going to be able to deal with this? And like you said, Chase, with the mental issue, I haven't dealt with anybody with a diagnosed mental issue. But, there are different forms of crazy out here. And you have to, determine within yourself whether or not I can deal with this. Me personally, I could not, but you have to figure out if certain things you're capable of coping with, whether it be money issues, it be physical ailments or, mental illnesses, anything.
Yeah.
I agree. What I was going to say is, dear future wife, if you're a vegetable, please believe. Yeah, Trey's moving on. All right, so changing subjects. Let's go ahead and move on down this list. I'm just being honest. Like, look, you're a vegetable. What do you want? My name's Buck, and I'm here to fuck. We all saw Kill Bill. We know how that turned out. No, that's not going to happen. We're not doing
that. Look, Hubducer, I'm not going to leave you. Just let you know. Okay.
That's because he's still there. He can still reach you right now. If that Bama's a vegetable, trust and believe. I'm sorry, homie. I love you like a brother, but she gonna be on the popping.
I'm not. You know what?
Okay, all right. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. Who does cheating hurt the most, men or versus women? Ladies and gentlemen in the comments, if you will, you can also add and checking up before we started. Checking the comments on YouTube. Best man that could be people cheat because everything. We already read that. Oh, he said you got needs, but what about communication, boo? Said, and I replied on there because Chase was talking. There are stipulations to every situation, homie. And he said you are not the father. On talking about what we was talking about as far as cheating and infidelity and finding out different kids. And do you guys see any other comments on Facebook? I think my Facebook is frozen. Damn it. Okay.
No,
anyway,
I haven't seen anything since Amber.
I haven't seen anything.
Okay. Moving on. So, Royal.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think hurts the most?
I think it hurts men the most.
Really? Okay.
I do. Because, and this is, okay, just from what I've seen from my own personal experience, if a man cheats on a woman is expected to move on and handle the situation the best way that she can handle it. However, if a woman cheats on a man, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be cheating, any other type of interaction with a man, y'all are ready to go off. And again, this is in my personal experience. I will not say all men, some, not all.
Good job. Proud of you. You're learning. You're learning.
But from what I've seen, a man could, very well. Okay, real quick story time. A friend of mine, her children's father, told a girl he was trying to talk to that he was only with her for child support because he didn't want to pay child support. And on the flip side, she just had a conversation with a guy, and she was everything but a child of God. Just saying. I really feel like y'all are the most sensitive when it comes to some of y'all are the most sensitive when it comes to the woman stepping outside of the relationship in any form of fashion. I don't think that it's something that y'all can handle because you feel like the woman belongs to you and she's not supposed to talk to anybody else but you.
Were they married?
No.
Oh, then he ain't got no right to say shit. He need to shut the fuck up. It's that simple. Chase.
I think that men are obviously the most sensitive when it comes to cheating.
Hurt the most? Who's hurt the most? Men or women when cheating? Not sensitive.
I mean, if you get hurt, you're pretty sensitive to it, my standings. But if you're hurt, I think men are more, because we've seen the memes of seeing it all the time. Like when she's like, I cheated on you, and he's like, answer this one thing, did you suck him off? And then she's like, yeah. He's like, oh, you bitch. Like, it's just like,
in mind. That's the question.
Yeah. So it's just like one of those things of like, you could eat 8 chicks out Monday through, through Friday, and it's nothing to you. Like, it's nothing for you to think that. Like, I'm just saying that it's nothing to them, and in my personal experience, it's almost like if you were to do it to some men, or to even say that you were talking to someone else, like Royal said, it's almost damaging to them. You start getting ignored, you're not getting talked to like that, whatever, when it comes to trying to work through the relationship. But then you find out stories, or you hear that he's done so and so and so, and he's told you, and it's almost like, I don't see what the big deal is. It's not like I'm with her, like I'm with you, like it was just something that just happened, So, like Royal said, it's almost expected for us to just pick our pride up, pick our chin up, and keep it moving forward, because that's what we're supposed to do. Like, we don't have the right to complain about anything, like we're just gonna, men are men, and men are gonna do what men do, and that's what they do. That's what's gonna happen. So, it is what it is. There are some women from Generation X, up boomers, who will say a man is a man. and he's gonna get what he wants, and you're just gonna have to just accept it. At least you have a man. And that's what that thought process was, you know? So I don't know why. I don't know why men are more sensitive to it when they do it themselves. Maybe it's because they're finally taking back the medicine that they've been dishing out. Who knows? But it's just one of those things that some men just are very, very hurt by it. And it's, I mean, anyone should be hurt. First of all, let me just say this. Anyone should be hurt if you're getting cheated on. Anyone. But I do think that men are more hurt when someone cheats on them.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll wrap things up because we do have to get up out of here. We're going to drop off those last two things. But my opinion, and of course, I'm going to be contrary to you guys, the women, in my opinion, is that women are actually hurt more when someone cheats because you guys, in general, not all, but in general, that when a man cheats on a woman, she loses trust. She doesn't become as open as she was. She doesn't want to give as much of herself as she was. She shuts down because a lot of women, not all, will take that man back and still be with that man because of the person that he is to her. And they will stay in that relationship. They will stay there longer. They will stay stagnant with that individual, not knowing if he's really cheating again, not knowing if he's going to step out on them again, not knowing what he's doing, and hurting themselves over and over and over again, constantly thinking about it, stressing themselves out, losing their hair, losing weight, gaining weight, whatever, all that shit. Ultimately, for the relationship to end. And then, in the end of the relationship, time has passed, and we all know, and I think we can all safely agree that women have a biological clock. You know, if you want to have children, you're running into times where you spent so much time with this individual and you didn't settle down, you didn't get married. I'm not saying that you have to, but it's your choice. But if you find yourself in that situation, you're hurting yourself in the long run by staying with somebody who cheated on you and you fucked around on you and then you stayed with them and y'all break up after 8 years. Now you're 35 and you're like, damn, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know who I want to be with. You have spent the last 10 years with this dude who don't give a fuck about you. Ultimately, you're hurt more because he can go on and he can still have a family. He can still have fun. He can still step out there. So I think that ultimately the hurt is worse for women.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, we're going to wrap things up. We do have to have our after show. I'm sorry to bring down the room like I did, but it's
I mean, you gave your opinion.
You're going to cash it in the after
yeah, just kind of.
You gave your opinion. That was what you were supposed to do.
I'm ready for you in after show.
We don't got time to go back and forth. So that's why you got to come.
You
don't got time to go back and forth. That's why you have to come to the aftercare. So right now, guys, we're going to go into the aftercare. Follow us on the Discord at the Kinkazoid Podcast. The link will be posted on YouTube and on Facebook. So that way you guys can go into there. Join us. We have a lot of fun. We have a not safe for work chat that gets really crazy because the other night, Lord have mercy, things happened between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. It got crazy.
I was asleep. Wait, I missed that.
You need to read that. You need to read that. It got bananas. Anyways, but it's a welcome chat for it was a welcome chat for all freaks and kinks and things in between. So make sure you meet us over into the Kinkazoid Podcast Discord. So it's Kinkazoid Podcast. Just come over to the Discord. Once again, the links will be shared everywhere. I believe Hubducer is pushing them out, or Trey is. So just come join us. Make sure that you're following the Kinkazoid Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Please share and tell all your friends about us. Like, you know, we're here every Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with your one and only girl, Royal, the queen herself, and Trey Proper and me, Chase. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you, and we'll see you in aftercare. We'll take real good care of you, baby.
Peace.
Nice.